So what we've seen over the last 24 hours is what often happens with droughts, Keith. We get the rain, pretty good rainfall in a lot of places, but really not as much as we needed in the places that need it.
Right, yeah. It's so hard to pinpoint this correctly, and the heaviest rain was down East Maine, and they were not in the heaviest part of the drought. So it's very similar with snowstorms where a band sets up, and that's the whole shebang. So we'll have a look at the totals here in a second, but the storm is starting to die out. As I mentioned, it was coastal before, and then once it gets continental, it moves inland. It loses a lot of its strength, and so you can see even over the last couple of frames, there's still a general spin to it, but the precipitation is getting more strung out, and it's getting a lot lighter. In fact, we had some heavy bands just a few hours ago into New Hampshire and into Oxford County, and look how quickly those evaporate. And again, this is much like a winter snowstorm. When the low starts to pull away, these back-end bands just die out really quickly. They kind of lose all their support. There is still a lot of cloud cover out there. Center of the low, roughly, well, it's probably just about in Bangor, if not a little bit south of there. And you can see the spin around that. A little bit of sun over southern and western Maine, and actually into Aroostook County. The rest of us pretty cloudy. And I think it'll be late in the day that we have our best chance for more of us to get a few breaks of sunshine. As Rob alluded to here, not the way we would have drawn it up had we been given the choice. Bangor got 2 inches of rain, Greenville 2.2 about, and then Jonesboro 2.75. You go down here and into the coastline, Portland only 0.5. And actually we had 0.2 as of yesterday, so we did a little bit better overnight. But this doesn't really make an appreciable difference in the drought. And when you line that up with our drought map, you see the problem here, right? Heaviest rain here, lightest rain here, which is where we needed it the most. But when you get a coastal low like that, there's just no way to know exactly where those bands are going to set up. So unfortunately, they didn't line up. So this is probably not only not going to help the drought monitor next week, it may actually get a little bit worse because that's not all that much rain. We tried, cloudy and rainy. Didn't do that much. A couple of showers continue through this afternoon. Also a few breaks of sunshine as the storm continues to weaken. And by tonight, we should be dry in most spots by about midnight. After that, we start to pull the clouds out of here. You might start with some clouds over northern Maine tomorrow especially. We clear out by the afternoon. Really nice though, 2, 3, 4 o'clock. Into the mid 80s perhaps over southern Maine, right around 80 in a lot of other spots. A lot of sun though, a little bit breezy, but otherwise pleasant. Then we roll into Saturday on a really positive note, starting in the 60s, ending up in the 80s with mostly sunny skies. And we could be in the upper 80s away from the coastline by Saturday afternoon. So it's a really good stretch of weather Friday, Saturday, and then into Sunday too, which looks very similar overall. So high pressure gets to build in here loosely. It's not a firm high right over us, but it's good enough. And then we'll start to get some muggier flow in here mid next week, and that will give us another chance of some showers. So you can see where the weekend is. Temperatures line up nicely, and then we go back down to average. Tuesday, Wednesday again. Could be a little bit muggy with a chance for some showers. So I really like the weekend. I think it'll be good beach weather if you want to do that. Otherwise, it'll be a little bit hotter farther inland. Get into that more humid air Tuesday, Wednesday, which could produce a couple of tropical downpours, and maybe that will help. But this one was kind of a swing and a miss as far as areas that needed the rain getting a lot of it.
Again, the driest places didn't get the most rain.
Yeah.
All right, thank you, Keith.